How's it going, fellow traders? Magic Trader here. This is the CFTC report for the data that was recorded on November 30th, 2021. Going to do a forecast of what we expect from the markets moving forward. So we'll first start off by taking a look at gold. So with gold, we have profit taking place just as we had suspected. November 9th, we saw highs of 341,000, November 16th, 360,000, and then we suspected that we were going to see some profit taking. And so that profit taking caused price to spill over like this and drop. So what is next? Well, it's still in a range. We have supply, we have demand, price is still in a range, but we are seeing more and more evidence to suggest that we're likely going to see price decline. Okay, in the coming weeks, maybe months, we don't know. Timing this is going to be very difficult, but we do see more evidence suggesting a decline rather than an increase in price. Next, we got oil, and what do we see here? So oil came to the highs, and we can see that it was fueled by some profit taking on long positions. We have positions as high as 565 and then slowly decreasing down to the 511. If we take a look at the short positions, they are very cooled off. So right now there's no evidence to suggest that price is going to go even further down the charts. But you know, from the cooled off 94,000 to 102 to 124,000, you know, that could suggest that eventually we're going to see price drop like that. When you look at the higher time frame charts, there is evidence to support this drop, but there are no trends on any of these time frames, no trends, so it's very difficult to determine where the next force in price is going to kick in. Okay. Next, we have to go all the way here for the dollar. Here we go. All right, so the dollar rallied up. We had the weekly uptrend. Trade signal to go long here, worked out well, weekly target hit, and now we got long positions. We see them closing long positions from 47 to 42,000, and that's as price is contacting some supply. So we could see this start to spill over and drop like this. Okay, it's a little bit early to tell, but that is a possibility. I'd like to see them start increasing their long positions if that's indeed what was supposed to happen, but we're not seeing that right now. Okay, so we're going to keep this on the back burner and we'll just continue to monitor it as it progresses. Next we have the Aussie, and look at this baby. Okay, look at this baby dropping just like we said it would. And what was the reason why? Do you remember the reason why? Well, because the move to the upside was fueled by profit taking on short positions. And then I said likely they're going to start getting back into short positions, and look at that. Just like magic, that's exactly what took place. 87, 91, 103, 103, 113,000, and now we're seeing the pressure to the downside. No reason to suspect that this can't go even further. USCAD, we see price rallying up, and we see an increase in longs. Shorts did pretty much nothing, and the sentiment switching from bullish to bearish to neutral, so not much going on here. But over time, it is possible that we see price rally up a little bit higher to contact the supply above. Okay, we would need the dollar to do its thing first, because again, it's hitting some supply, so we can see a drop in price. So we need it to do what it needs to do first, and eventually over the longer term, we'd expect a move to the upside. US dollar Swiss, we need this to be taken out to open up the pathway for a move higher. I think that is potentially going to be in play, not anytime soon, because we have the dollar hitting supply, which is causing this drop in price, but eventually when it gears up again, it'll come up and remove that area for a push higher. The euro, this one's a very interesting one, okay, because we had this taken out, dropped price, we had the supply in a downtrend, trade signal to go short was here, target was contacted just like magic, and now we take a look here, and what do we see? We see 50s in around there, so neutral, not much going on. The total size is getting very aggressive, so they're going to have to start taking profits soon. okay, on something. They're going to have to start closing positions because we're getting too maxed out in total size there. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen. Hard to see what is likely going to take place now. It's hard to know because the dollar is hitting some supply and it could drop price, but it could also just continue pushing higher because the bigger forces are to the downside on this one, and on the dollar the bigger forces are to the upside. So we'll see how this decides to play out. Pound US dollar. Look what we got here. Okay, increasing in shorts, and we see price decline. When you look at the chart here, here is the zone. You expect price to drop and hit that area. Pretty simple. US dollar, Japanese yen, it took out supply. And now that the pathway is clear for move higher, dollar hits supply, and this could drop into demand before jetting off to the upside. Very bullish. Take a look at that sentiment there. Very bullish. So that's what I'll be watching for. Last but not least, we got the Kiwi declining, which is what we were talking about. Demand was lower. We expected a weakness on the Aussie and Kiwi, so now that's what's taking place. Once it hits demand, we suspect that we'll see price rally back up. Big increases in longs. This could be in preparation for that rally that we spoke about. And big increase in shorts, which is causing the drop in price. Alright, ladies and gents. So that's it. That is your CFTC data for November 30th's submission. Alright, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.